I'm your brain.
I know you're my
You decide what I do. They don't. Can't handle a Tourette's boy. What's that all about?
Well, it's hard. I find it, and I'm your mother.
I think Mum and Dad are feeling terrible just now. Like, they don't know to put him in, like, a home that will keep him there for the weekends and everything.
I'm quite worried about it. I'm upset because I want to see it like my love, man. I don't want to get away from her. Get spots in me, man. Whoa.
You're just growing up. See the hormones that make you into an adult, a man? That's what causes it.
David's got an appointment with his specialist Tourette's doctor in Fife. They're going to discuss his medication, which has a lot to do with why he's out of school just now.
Right on. Made a big difference in my behaviour. Very good.
And that's just on the 10 milligrams.
10 milligrams per day.
Right.
Most of the time I've not got it. I'm depressed about my life and the world's ending and all I feel now.
So as we know, David, when you take the Ritalin, the methylphenidate, there's lots of positives. You feel better. But on the downside, the other thing we know is when you've got the Ritalin in your system, then your tics get worse. If you remember, we stopped the Ritalin because your breathing tic got so bad, it was really scary and horrible, and you really making life impossible.
I usually take it in the morning when I wake up, every day in the morning. I'm awful hyper and my mates got annoyed with me and out to play. But one night, I never took my Ritalin in the morning, I took it before I went out. And my mates like, what happened to you, David? There's a big difference in you. And I was just so good, and I was sitting there calm, just sitting there, not being hyper or anything. It was brilliant, man.
When you're doing that, is it something you're doing because you want to, but is it that old feeling of having to do it?
Why are you doing that, son?
I don't know.
Is it because you know people will look at you when you're doing it?
It's not. He always thinks I want attention, man, and I'm doing it. And just,
you remember we've talked before about you get the feeling if you have to do, or you really got to do things.
I don't know why.
The Tourette's is part of the way you're made, David, isn't it? And that everything is affected by it.
It's the ADHD that's the problem at this time. The challenging behaviour, the anxiety, the lack of inhibitions are very extreme, and David can't be managed in his present school.
When they find a school for you, and that we give you your Ritalin just before, about half an hour before your school, and if that goes well, then we can meet and we can decide, do we all feel that your body can take another Ritalin tablet? Because I'm not sure that you'd manage in school outside those 3 hours when the Ritalin's working.
It's been nearly 2 months now, and David is still stuck at home. Mum's the one that's got to stay at home with him all day.
David seems fine, you know, not going to school right now, but we're stuck here all day. It's not right.
You don't realise how boring it is staying at home.
Mum's a bit worried about the list of 6 schools that the Education Department have suggested for David, so she's decided to call them about it.
I've heard a lot of bad about these schools. No harm to the kids themselves, but a lot of kids that attend there are like kids that are, you know, never out of trouble, etc. Maybe don't go to mainstream schools because they won't go. Basically, I've been told it's like maybe they step under a young offenders place where they put the children, and my son is certainly not going in anywhere like that.
I would like to go and have a look at Sheffield. I just want to go and see what it's like and have a visit.
David, I've heard a lot of bad about Seafield. You're not going to Seafield.
What about any other schools? I want to make a decision, you know, I want to make a decision, you idiot.
No, there's 2 of these schools,
I'm
right?
13 now, almost.
It would be really silly to close the door on these places and just say no. We have to go and look, despite our fears.
Mum, you don't know deep inside how much I would love to go to school.
David, you get in with the wrong crowd and you started smoking before.
Wow.
So, and that was...
Because that's the only mates I've ever had here.
And then my decision will be my son will be staying with me in a family life.
And if you reject all these suggestions,
family home.
If you reject all these suggestions, you will leave social work no choice but to take your decisions into their hands for his benefit.
No.
He's happy to put me in a home.
No, he's not. He's just
bet he
saying what
is.
the law is. A minute ago you were siding with your dad, now you're siding with me. You should be listening to both of us.
There's nobody to side
You should be listening to both of us.
Putting a fucking hole in it.
David,
put
I
me in
know-
shoe. Put me in a
I think if you behave like this, then a home might be more realistic.
I feel annoyed because it's just, why can't we just decide on one school, and why can't the people in that school just agree with David being there? Because they never just agree which one they're going to actually put David in.
Bro, that's why.
Mum and Dad have gone out to get away from the house and to talk about David.
I'm not going to just give him up too easy. Not without a good fight anyway. And I know these people are only trying to help. And I know it's stressful in the rest of the family, but that would break my heart. I couldn't sleep at night.
Well, maybe it'll break your heart if you don't. And we can't keep saying, I'll cope, I'll cope, I'll cope. It just means I'm determined to cope, but who's to say that you can? It's horrible, isn't it? Very emotional talking about this.
Oh boy.
Well, I know he's your boy, he's my boy too.
He loves us both.
I know he does.
He's always telling us after he says all things that he loves us both.
But what's wrong with him is extremely upsetting. And it drives you mad.
But that's not going to help.
What?
I'm in a place like that.
Oh, listen, if there's one person get a horrible illness and the 5 other people in the house are suffering, what do? Do you keep saying I'm coping until they take him away?
But he's still our boy.
I know.
He's still our boy.
No! I don't want to go to bed!
Tablets.
No! My tablets are not on my bed, but...
Yeah, go into your bed.
No!
David.
Back up! Mum, why am I going to bed? I've not been bad! Tell me, fat 10-year-old kid, we go to bed!
When David doesn't want to go to bed, everyone in the house knows about it.
You need to shout, I can
What
hear
time
you.
up?
I can hear
What
you.
time up?
He absolutely hates taking the medication that helps him to get to sleep at night.
Fast!
When David gets like this, I feel annoyed and stressed just in case he lashes out on me.
Every single night, David. Every night I've got this. I'm stressed out my head with you.
I don't want to go to my bed just now!
David, please go to
I'm
take
bloody 12, she's up! Mum!
It's really hard for my other brothers because I have to share a bedroom with them. They're studying for their exams just now too.
Every night.
Come on.
It's murder.
David, please go and
Even when you try to get to bed, try to get to sleep, you have to put up with us.
Tiny!
David, listen.
No!
Morning, please take your tablets.
Shut up, go home.
I'm home.
No, you're not about.
But you don't want to go to your bed at night and I can't get you out of bed in the morning.
You can! I got my bed perfect this morning! Perfect yesterday morning! Perfect the day before yesterday morning! Perfect the day before yesterday morning, before that morning!
I'm right beside you, you don't need to...
I got my bed perfect the past couple of mornings!
That's that, nice and quiet, time to calm down at night. Everybody's got to try and relax
You uptight
before they
for?
go to bed.
Who's the one that's uptight now? Please!
Ow! Will you stop punching us?
David.
Ow! Ow! David! David!
You're mean that now.
David!
Mum, I just want to shut a fucking button! Don't hit me, don't hit me.
I'm not hitting you, I never do hit you.
Mommy, then you stood my fucking door! You stood my door!
David, up
You
again.
just stood my door!
Okay.
You just stood my door!
Come on.
There you are. You
David,
just stood
up
my
to
door!
bed,
You
please.
just stood my
Get
door!
up. You're too big for me now. Get up. I mean it, David.
I'll go up, leave
Get up, please.
Give me a minute! Fucking laughing, man, over your poof. You're laughing, eh? Mon, your poof.
I know.
Okay, now get used to it. All depressed about me now. My God.
Out to get her into bed. Out.
Don't fucking touch. Don't fucking touch me up!
Get the hammer out your hand.
I'm sorry.
Get the hammer out your hand. Right. Right, you try and relax and just let your mind kind of flow into a nice dream, okay? Okay. David, if you do that, he's going to want it.
Yeah!
Right, he's going to want it.
He clipped my oxter with his nail, so it's red.
No, and he didn't mean it, I'm sure.
Come here, slice your throat, you wee poof.
I'm just trying to get to sleep out and book at night. And I could just sit here in my room all dark except for my street light. And try and stay asleep.
Right, try and relax. Just relax your thoughts. Right, get a wee rest from your tics while you're sleeping, okay? Because I go well when you're sleeping now. Go on, good night. It doesn't get easier. Each day I hope I got up. It's like this in the morning. And then when I did go to school, it's like this when I come in from school. And then after the whole night it'd be like this. I feel it for the rest of the weans. I can't get sleep, and I feel it for my neighbours and their weans. And maybe these people are right, maybe, you know, we should. I do need to start thinking about the rest of us in this house, trying to give them a normal life as much as I'd love David to have a normal life. But today I think you really seriously think that this might need to happen, putting David in residential care, because how much more can my children take and my daughter? It's a shame. I've got to think of them as well as David. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how life is. It's so hard. I hate this illness. And I know it's not life-threatening or anything, but it's so hard to live. Is this going to be David's? Is this going to be his life?
I love him, but sometimes you just can't take it. And you just have to stop and breathe and count to 10 and remind yourself that it's his Tourettes syndrome. And then you just go back to loving him, because he's really funny sometimes.
Why did the skeleton not get in the disco? It need body to go with.
Mum and Dad have decided to go and have a look at Seafield School in Ayrshire. It's a residential school, but lets some children come just for the day. My mum and Dad want to see if David would fit in and still be allowed to come home at night.
I've seen enough and happy enough for what I've seen to give to put David in the school if they'll accept him.
David! Mum and Dad said Seafield School was really good. We're waiting to hear if David gets a place and if they'll let him go just during the day. We're really hoping that this school's perfect for him. Hear it when he does that?
He moves a lot and he always turns around and spits.
By accident.
But we all know now that he doesn't mean it.
I don't know what it's like to be a normal boy with foot Tourette's and that, and they don't know what it's like to have Tourette's and be an unusual boy and that. Because I don't know what it's like, because I've never actually been a normal boy.